All right, everybody. Did a little bit of cheating. Got a tiny bit of work done, just mostly making sure that whatever I'm doing looks decent enough, and that I'm not fumbling too much during the video. Did get a new canopy. I needed it because I'm noticing that spending 2, 3, 4 hours, even with partial shading, it just isn't enough. Like I really need a lot of shade. So let me show you what I got going on. All right, so I got a fan hanging up there. It's been saving my life. So I ran a 4 millimeter vacuum line here. This is gonna go up to the engine for the map sensor. I don't have the link out right now, but Link has its own map sensor, which is good enough for an NA application. So right here. So that's gonna all get organized there once I'm done with everything else. It's not really priority. Gotta figure out a place to mount this or find somebody who sells one pre-printed that mounts a little bit better. We'll see. Whatever. Okay, so hose is just chilling out over here. Notice that I flipped over the coils the other direction, the way they're supposed to be. So anyways, back to the vacuum line. That vacuum line is going to route itself probably next to the fuel rail. And then I'll have a T over here because this is a 6 millimeter. That is 4 millimeter. So I'll have a small T and just run a line here, bridge the gap. There we go. So I put on some fittings here. I think that's going to be one of the projects today is to get these lines ran, try to get my radiator buckled up. Yeah, I got some white thread sealant. You can use PVC tape. I have some over there on MPT, but you can also use thread sealant. If it doesn't work, then I guess the internet is lying. Let's see. Oh yeah, brake lines. So I went to Hose and Hydraulics. That is the name of the company. They recreated these lines based off my specifications for the Chase base kit. So essentially, the way this kit works is you have this T right here. This goes to one side of the car. This one goes to the other side of the car for the front brakes. Then you're going to have a hose, which I have somewhere around here. That's going to go through to the brake proportioning valve over here. Now, on your normal 8.6 setup, if you buy this kit, that's going to attach somewhere over here where you guys see me in the last video trying to get that to work, but it doesn't work for me. So I have this over here. This is mounted pretty firmly. Going to adjust my my brakes. I'm a little concerned because of the heat that might be coming off of here. So I'm thinking at some point I'll create like a small heat shield that'll go under it and put some foil on it and make it work. But yeah, this line over here goes through the side down there. Not sure if you can see that. Okay, and it comes out here, and voila, like magic, all braided. So, a little funky, not as nice as OEM hardlines, but I don't have an OEM setup, so kind of hard to get around that. On the other side, let me show you what it looks like. This one's a little bit longer, but we'll make it work. We'll loop it. I mean, this thing is going to be under enough pressure where I don't think a loop will hurt it. I don't know if my brake lines are even connected there. Yes, it is. Okay, great. So at least when I have it all set up, I know I'll be able to get this work. So anyways, one other little thing to notice is I have the harness attached here. I'm still figuring out a few things. So throttle position sensor, I need to buy the other side to connect it over here. This is off of a Ford, so I'll just have to get that pinned out. No biggie. Idle air control sensor, I already have this over here. I just need to get the tool. Not sure if I have one. I doubt it. It's not going to happen today. I'm not worried about it. That'll plug in over here. I might mount this the other way. One thing I found out, stupid me. So coolant, your coolant temp is over here. So gotta figure that out. I'm not sure if I want to just do some clips. I think I might. Um, at this point, like I don't really want to buy anything else if I can help it. But I screwed up here. So this is the coolant to the gauge, single pin. This goes over here. I don't remember if I threaded that differently to put that piece in there, but if I did, yeah, I screwed up, and then I'll have to revisit where I'm going to locate that sensor. But luckily, I would have plenty of space because I can have that there, and this can come out somewhere over here. So maybe I'll just get like a T for the radiator, which I have something already, but yeah, got to make it work. But yeah, today I want to focus on getting the brake lines fully done, pushing them as far back as possible so they lean on the firewall. I'm still waiting for some grommets for that grommet over there, so it looks like that. And I have a new one for that side as well. So yeah, brake lines. I want to get this overkill hose done because this is PTFE. I just used what I had instead of spending like another $120 in fittings. So yeah, this goes from here to the top, and this one goes to the hose somewhere over here, which I need to create that if I got it right. If I don't got it right, I'm going to look back at some pictures that I got from Josh Iroku. Yeah, because that's just what has to happen with this setup. So anyways, let's get to work. All right, so I'm going to start with the hoses. I already know I screwed up, but let me just show you what I have. So the hoses are different diameters because I'm using a Volkswagen Sirocco radiator. I'm going to use this cutter here. It's a 91143 from Gates, large diameter hose cutter. So what I'm going to do is, the way this works is I will measure out here, cut. I screwed up because I only got one of these hoses. I was supposed to get two. I had it on my list and I didn't put the quantity. So yeah, one will go there, one will go here, and then this one will be a T. Or not a T, but a connection will go here. And now that I have this issue with the um, gauge sensor, I might just drill another hole here and have that, whatever, doesn't matter right now. So that's going to go here. Other hose will go here. And then there's a line that's going to run over to the very top of the expansion tank for the coolant. And then on the bottom, coolant, the bottom part of the coolant expansion tank will run a line here and go underneath. And then obviously with these hoses here, another screw up. I forgot to get a connector because this one is going to go down here. It's going to loop up and come into this 45-degree angle. But I just need a coupler that will connect the two. So let's get to cutting. Let's take it inside and see how it cuts. All right, so I think you pretty much just put the hose on there and cut some pressure, and hopefully that works. This is for the bottom hose here. Look at that, like butter. Almost. Just missed that one little piece. That's a lot straighter than I would have been able to do with a box cutter. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with that. This one here for the top. Let's see if this is the right cut. See how it fits. All right, so not bad at all. One of my concerns was getting this at the proper angle, so I have clearance between the alternator and the hose, everything else going on here. This is perfect, exactly where I needed it. Got the coupler on, but like I said, I screwed up. I need to get 90 degree here, and I think I'm actually going to have to get another 90 degree here. This 45 doesn't work. I don't really feel like turning this over here. I'd rather just keep it straight. I mean, I could probably turn this hose a little bit, but then I get really close here. So I think 90 is the way to go. Yeah, I just need to get a little hose that goes from here to here, and we're all set. All right, so I ended up using the original Chase Bays lines. I'm not sure which one this is for, if it was intended to be the 290s, but that works. So I'm all set there. I guess I'll make a reminder to tighten up everything. So back to this hose situation with the AN fitting here. What I'm going to do is actually just get a metal connector, metal 90 degree connector, and use some of this. That way I can still retain some of that angle and not just waste hose. So I think that's the route I'm going to go. We'll see what's cheaper, whether the hose is cheaper or whatever, but I still got to get a coupler. So yeah. So again, I probably said this a million times in this video. Let's get some AN fittings fixed. All right, so I guess let's look at PTFE for a second. Not an expert on anything, but one of your differences is going to be this inner lining here. It's made out of some Teflon coated plastic, and that requires a specific AN fitting. So if you can see the detail there, there is a little ridge that allows the fitting to clamp onto the plastic that's inside of the hose. And there's a much more pronounced flare on these. I'm not sure if that's for every size, but that's what I'm seeing on this one for Dash 6. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the same thing. I'm going to cut here, have a clean cut, get this piece off here, slide it down, then mate them together by pushing them in. Sorry, there's a fly from outside now that I have the fan off. Use a little bit of oil, a little drop to help get things on and off. But yeah, we'll do this all over again. Got my car covered here, so nothing shoots out on it. Got to get my gloves on so I don't stab myself a million times with these little stainless steel shoots that pop out when you cut things. So yeah, let's just get to it. All right, so one thing I didn't mention is what you guys saw me probably fumble through a little bit is this little piece here, this little metal whatever collar has to go over the inner tubing. So this will go over this inner tubing like I showed in the video, and then you force in the rest of your fitting and your collar. I'm gonna knock out the rest of these lines and show you what it looks like when it's all installed. Well, it's starting to rain, which is fine, but I'm gonna have to get the car back in. The fittings are finally done. They're looking pretty nice. I gotta get another few fittings, one for the oil catch can, probably from Chase Bays, and then I have a couple of 90s I gotta get for the oil filter relocation kit. So I had the wrong ones. I had some straights that's not going to work. I need like 2 90s that go down and 2 90s that come up. But yeah, gonna let the car get wet, and that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.